So I've got Amazon's, as rated by Amazon, 3 top bug zappers here. I'm going to compare all these. I'm going to tell you the differences between the two. That way you can go ahead and decide which one is best for you. I thought it would be good for me to be out here right now in the evening. It's right around 8:30. It's getting dark. I'm already having some bugs out here. They're getting out here and getting killed. So I thought it would be a great demonstration to show you how these are working, kind of how bright they are, and then we're just going to go over all the features. So I've got the Flowtron here, I've got the Goo Top here, and then I've got the Fly Ghost. They all do basically the same thing, which is you're going to want them to be attracted by the mosquitoes and gnats and all those things. Attract them here and kill them, but they're really, depending on the size of the area that you're trying to eradicate, they are just a little bit different. So let's go ahead and start with the Flowtron right here. Now you notice this is fairly larger than the other ones. It is taller and wider, and it's a little bit brighter too. The housing on all three are ABS plastic, so they're meant to be outside. Just like the Flowtron has, these all have nice rings on top. The Flowtron, this ring here seems just a little bit thicker in the metal than the other two. You can hear these popping, can't you? I mean, the bugs are really just flocking over here. Usually they're biting me, but now they're getting killed, which is really good. So you'll notice that the Flowtron, it's pretty bright there, and it's a little bit bigger, and that's because this one is actually made for an acre in size. Of course, you can use this on a smaller area, but if you wanted an acre, I mean, there you go. Now, if you look closely, the bulb in there, it's actually a 40-watt bulb, so it is a little bit brighter. So that's why it's good for an acre. It's going to use a little bit more electricity than the others, but 40 watts isn't too bad at all. And it actually has a metal cage, if you notice, a metal cage all around that. That's actually a 5600 volt grid. So as the bugs are attracted to it, they're flying towards the light, they're going to get zapped by that grid. Now, the Flowtron and the Fly Ghost, they do come with attractant, which comes in these packages, and you can attach this to the very bottom of the bug zappers, which I'll show you here that in just a minute. But the Goo Top does not come with any attractant. You'd have to purchase that separately. Also, the Fly Ghost, or excuse me, the Flowtron, one thing to notice is the cord. To me, that's a little bit negative. It's only 11 inches, so you're gonna have to use an extension cord generally to reach your plug. But the other two, these are right around 5 feet each, which is pretty much average. So to me, that's a negative on here, that it is a little bit shorter, but it's definitely not a deal killer because I am going to have to use an extension cord. Now we've got the Goo Top. Now this is good for right around half an acre versus the full acre here. It also has a pretty bright bulb, but it's not the 40 watt. This is actually a 15 watt bulb. And it also has a grid here, just like the other two. This one is actually good for right around 4200 volts. So this is 4200, the Flowtron is 5600. And now we've got the Fly Ghost. Now it is good for right around half an acre also, just like we have the Goo Top, but the bulb on it is a 20 watt bulb, and we've got an electrical grid around it also, and it is right around 4200 volts too. So let me go ahead and show you the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Fly Ghost right here. So since it does come with some attractant, the attractant would just go here in the bottom. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually 2 holes in the bottom. And that is just because if water gets in here, since it is left outside, it's gonna go ahead and drain. And no tools are needed to change out the bulb. You're just gonna go ahead and just pull the bulb out by hand and to go ahead and get it replaced. The Goo Top is a little bit different. On the bottom, we have actually a little square in here, rectangle, and that's where you're going to put the attractant. You are going to need a little Phillips head to pull this little plastic cover off, and that way you can go ahead and change out that bulb that way also. And now we've got the Flowtron. This is the kind of the big daddy here. You don't need any tools whatsoever. It's got a little box that's right here. You're going to remove that. Of course, that's where you're going to put your attractant, and then you can go ahead and pull the bulb out. So that was quite a bit of information. So let's kind of go over a summary what's going on here. I did want to tell you that these are popping. It sounds like popcorn going off here. These are working all really well. I do like the Flowtron because it is good for up to an acre. and the bulb itself is just nice and bright at the 40 watts. So if you do have a large area to cover, this is definitely the way to go. If you have a small area, maybe half an acre to a porch, these two are very good. These two bug zappers definitely are doing a good job. They are attracting quite a bit of bugs right now. So we've got the goo top at a 15 watt bulb, and then we've got the fly ghost. It's just a little bit brighter at a 20 watt bulb. I do like the longer cords here, right around 5 feet, which is really nice. Of course, one of them comes with a attractant. The goo top does not, but that is definitely not a deal breaker. All of them have ABS plastic. They're real easy to clean. These two smaller ones, you're going to take off the bottom and go ahead and clean that out. Now, the Flotron does not have a bottom like that. Since it has this cage, the same cage that's on the sides is on the bottom too, so any bugs that are going to get on there are going to generally fall out to the ground anyway. So it just makes cleaning just a little bit easier. But they all seem to be working very well tonight. As I've been filming this review, the sun's been going down and we're getting these lights appear much brighter than it did earlier in the day. And so the bugs are really attracted to it, and it's just popping left and right. You just really can't go wrong with any of them. Just depends on the area that you're just trying to eradicate all those bugs. Hope you found this review helpful.